I'm Dr. Barry, licensed psychologist, and here we talk about psychology and true crime. This is my warning for this video. The details of this case are disturbing. We are not going to go into graphic detail, but I did just want to give that warning because this case does involve the death of a child. Okay. So we are talking about Ruth Miller. She is an Amish mother that was recently arrested in the death of her 4-year-old child. The details surrounding this are, there's a lot. And it does bring up the topic of religious delusions. And I like covering not guilty by reason of insanity cases. They rarely People are rarely found, like, not guilty by reason of insanity. This is a defense that has been tried before. For some people, the jury does, or the judge, everybody involved does admit, yes, okay, this person was not in the right frame of mind. They did not realize that what they did was a crime, and there was a mental health thing that impaired their reality, where they did not think that this thing was wrong. And her body cam footage is concerning. And so we are definitely going to take a look at that for a little background on this case. And I will make sure to link the article that I am reading from down in the description. It comes from WKYC Studios, I think Channel 3. So this is out of New Philadelphia, Ohio, is where I believe this comes from. She's an Amish woman accused of multiple charges in the death of her 4-year-old son at Atwood Lake last month. So this happened in August. She appeared for her arraignment, I think maybe yesterday. Yes, I believe that was yesterday. She's 40 years old. She pled not guilty by reason of insanity, and the 7-count indictment includes, it's related to the death of her son at Atwood Lake during the weekend of August 23rd to 24th. Okay. The charges include 1 count of aggravated, a capital M, of her 4-year-old son, 1 count of capital M related to her son, 1 count of felonious harm, so physical, related to her son, 1 count of child endangering involving her 15-year-old daughter, and 3 counts of DV affecting her 15-year-old daughter and 2 adult sons, ages 18. Yes, she has 18-year-old twins. So there were a total of 4 children. I did a members only video earlier, and I couldn't remember how many children there were in total. So let's take a look at the body cam footage. I will be interrupting at times. I will include a link to Court TV that will not include my interruptions. All right. So let's go on ahead and watch this.
I gave him to God.
You gave him to God?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I threw him in the lake and I gave him to God. And people are going to tell me I am crazy, but he is real. And he loves you. He really does love you. He loves you. And I doubted him. I doubted him so many times. But I am to tell you, he is coming soon. He is coming very soon. Prepare your hearts. The end is close. And I'm for sure supposed to tell you that he does love you. Okay?
Ma'am, can you explain to me what happened? Who'd you throw in the water?
I gave my son to God.
Your son?
Yes.
Where's your husband?
He went for a walk this morning.
And you haven't seen him
He
since?
didn't ever come back. And we went to the boat and his clothes were there. And God told me he's in the lake and a fish swallowed him. And you're actually supposed to go look for him in the bottom of the lake. And you will find the fish. And you will find my husband. And then you will believe. But ye of your little faith that did not believe before seeing.
Okay.
So send people down to the bottom of the lake looking for a fish. That's my husband.
How old's your son that's in the lake?
4. He's sweet. I love him. I gave him to God.
Okay. 7/9/40 Central. We're out with the mother. She is advising that she threw her 4-year-old son in the lake to give him to God. A firm.
But I wouldn't have believed today. So do you believe?
Awesome.
So, to recap, what happened was some bystanders saw a golf cart drive into the lake with 4 people with 4 people in it. So she was driving, and then her 15-year-old daughter and twin 18-year-old sons were in the golf cart, and she drove into the lake, and then so they were able to walk out of the lake. So in this part, she says that her husband went for a walk, and there's some other reporting from news agencies that her husband was doing like religious rituals, and that he didn't feel he had done them well enough, and that he he started swimming in the lake and he drowned. Like that's what they believe happened. So I think she goes and she sees his clothes, and there are claims that she's hearing voices telling her to do this. Now, will they be able to prove if that is true or not? I do not know. They will have to get an idea of how long has this been happening, what's going on with this. So I am a Christian, and I went to a Christian university to figure out how to ethically integrate faith into practice. I'm a very liberal Christian. Y'all know this here. And there is a faith that hurts and there's a faith that heals. And my belief personally is that a faith like this is not authentic faith, because even her church has come out to say they do not believe this. This is beyond what they believe or what they teach. They would not encourage someone to throw a child into a lake. And then, so she's believing that a fish swallowed them and that they are still alive. And that when they find the fish, they will realize that God is real. When what they recovered is all the trigger warnings, they're deceased. So both her husband and her 4-year-old. And it sounds like she was trying to also, there was something with the older children too, because she tries to drive into the lake with the golf cart. That doesn't work. And who knows what would have happened next if the police hadn't intervened. And so thank goodness somebody called to be like, hey, there's something weird down here. So if you see something, say something. Like, it doesn't hurt to call. In our area, we have non-emergency lines. So even if you don't want to call 911, most areas also have like non-emergency where it's like, hey, I'm at this lake. There's something really odd. Like, you might want to send some officers down to check it out. Now, if it's an emergency where somebody is not breathing, or like you walk in and you see the active incident, then definitely call 911. But sometimes people don't want to call 911 because they don't want to tie up those systems. I know in Virginia, we do have the non-emergency line where you can call directly and get connected with dispatch and everything, and they can assist in situations too. All right, so let's watch a little bit more of this.
They are there. Please. I yelled at him, and then pain came back to me. My husband and I both yelled at him, and pain came back to me.
I need to know where your husband's at.
He's at the bottom of the lake in a fish.
He's in a fish.
Yes.
There's no fish large enough on an Atwood to swallow your husband.
He's at the bottom of the lake in the fish.
Okay.
I thought your husband went for a walk.
Yeah, and then we came to the boat, and his clothes were laying on the boat.
Okay.
Tan pants and cream shirt and flip-flops.
Do you have a cell phone?
It's in the camper.
It's in the camper. Where's your camper at?
I think it's,
Area 3?
I think so. Yeah. It's like a tannish camper.
It's a tannish camper. You don't know what lot number it is?
No.
Because we really need to verify your husband's still
Right.
with us.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Well, he's actually just go out in the bottom of the lake.
Well, I can't go in the bottom of the lake. So
Do you have scuba divers?
we're going to have to call divers in to go to the
Okay.
bottom of the lake.
Please do.
And you're saying
Get the best ones there are. Because this
So-
is a miracle from God. You will see. You will see.
your 4-year-old son's down there too?
He's with God.
Where's his body at?
I don't
Where
know.
did you throw him in the water at?
Off of the dock at the causeway.
Where the bike was today?
Where the boat was?
Yeah, where the boat is. Please. I know.
No,
When there's supposed to be ones coming out there.
I think there was one.
Does anybody have a glass of water?
We can get you water.
Please.
So
Thank you.
we're right now we're going to walk up to the squad. Okay, that's what
Okay.
we're going to do. We're going to put you in the back of the squad.
You will find my husband.
Okay, but you're going to sit down in the back of the squad for us. Okay?
Can I actually just sit with my children? Yeah. And have water?
Yeah, we can bring your children over.
Bring my children. I would love a glass of water.
Let's go up in this one over
Well,
here.
my children out there.
We'll bring them over
bring
in
them
a
over.
minute. Let me go check you out. Yeah, we're gonna get it. Kyle went to go get you.
They're being so nice in this situation because she keeps like touching the officers and everything. And I think the officers that responded, they might have known that this person might be in a mental health crisis, or I don't know, like, because the way that they're talking to her and handling things is very kind.
You guys send the dive team over that way then?
Yeah, we're going to.
They're supposed to bring one in over
Which
here.
dock is that so I can tell my dispatch?
That's cluster dock, the center cluster dock.
Center
Or
cluster.
on the causeway. Causeway center.
Meet them out there.
Causeway Center Cluster Dock. 7940 Central.
I'm going to fast forward a little.
Causeway is advising that her boat is located if you just want to log at the Causeway Center dock, and that's where she threw the child in the water. She's also now saying that the husband's in the water. If you just want to log that and notify the dive team, the Rangers are heading over that way right now.
Somewhere where it's not too hard on my knee.
So your knee won't hurt you. Please trust me.
Okay.
It won't hurt you.
I think she's about to pray for her.
It won't hurt you. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. God, please show this woman that it is true. But I'm telling you, people are doubting it. They are getting harder from me to stay strong. Please show her that it is true what I'm telling you. That there is a fish in the bottom of the lake. Please let her take me to sit with my children under the tree that you have created. Please, Lord.
And it's
You guys want to bring her over to that one?
yeah, we'll take it.
All right. So it goes on for a few more minutes. And the most concerning parts of that is, so she's not trying to hide what happened. She's not hiding what she did. She's saying her child is with God, and that if they just look at the bottom of the boat, they're going to, or they look at the bottom of the lake, they're going to find that miracle. And this appears to be a religious delusion. Will this meet criteria for NGRI? I don't know. So they're going to have additional questions. They're going, I think she does have cell phone, and she does have, because they are going to look at other information, get collateral statements. Her attorney did an interview talking about competency could be raised at some point. He's not raising competency at this moment, but they want her to meet with mental health experts. It does sound like she might have been hospitalized, but the details of that are confidential right now because she's raising a mental health defense. All of her mental health history will come into the trial. Anything will so there is HIPAA. So like if a defendant is charged with a crime and they meet with a therapist, excuse me, to talk about it, that information is normally confidential. They should know, hey, this person works for like they work for the jail. If you say certain things, like or if you talk about your crime or something, I don't know, like if you say certain things, the testimony could potentially come into the case. It just depends on situations. Because yeah. And so just very, very troubling. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this, especially if they make the hearings public and if we are able to see that testimony from the mental health experts. Religious delusions are something that can happen. And anytime somebody is saying they're hearing the voice of God and it's telling them to harm themselves, harm others, things like that, that's when I start looking at, okay, is this something else? Is this psychosis? Is this something else? Because even her religious leader said that from what they believe, this was not an act of faith. This was not consistent with any of their religious beliefs. So a religious delusion goes outside of what's commonly believed within a like mainstream, group. Sometimes there can be cult. And so that's where we just don't know enough about this situation yet to know if there were some like extremist beliefs. Because I thought it was interesting that her husband also like that he swam into the lake to do this religious activity. So there is something called like a shared delusion where two people both lose connection with reality and they fully believe this strong held belief that goes against facts, that goes against other information. I'm glad the other children are safe. My heart does break for them because they have lost their brother. They've also lost their father, and they are also, their mother is going to be involved with the courts for a period of time. If she is found not guilty by reason of insanity, she will go to a mental health hospital for an extended period of time. Normally it's they don't come up to possibly be discharged for a very, very long time normally. Because they want to make sure that the individual is no longer a danger to themselves or to anybody else. And so we will see what happens with this case. If y'all have any general questions, please be sure to let me know. I forgot to give my disclaimer. I am a psychologist. I am not her psychologist. I have no clue what exactly is going on in this case, but this is one of the few cases that does seem like it could meet criteria of a mental health defense, just because after the fact, she has no understanding that what she did was a crime, that it was wrong. She strongly believes that her child is in a fish or with God, and she's just providing all of this information and not appearing to hide it at all. Is there a chance that a person could be feigning this? So that's where the psychological testing will be done to, they will often give malingering measures to see. So these are things that are so extreme, even the most like psychotic person wouldn't endorse these things. They're going to give her measures to get an idea of where things are and where she is. Is she currently stable enough to do that testing? That will also be a part of this assessment and evaluation as well. That's where some people assess for competency and state of mind at the time of the offense. Sometimes they do it at the same time. If the person isn't stable enough to do the whole evaluation, then sometimes they will just do competency, and then they will come back and do the deeper testing later. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all next time, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.